All right. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, you. Welcome to another India Talk. I just bit my tongue when I said that. Welcome to another India Talk. We're almost done with this series of reflecting upon this time last year, daily series of when my ex strategically orchestrated to lock me up, reasons still unknown. But today we are reflecting on day 17. I am reporting live from the park, so I might not be able to give you my undivided attention as much as I would like to. I got to keep eyes on my baby girl. So day 17, we got 2 more days. I got out on day 19, so I'm excited to be wrapping up this series. It has been felt good and been therapeutic to share the most craziest thing that has ever happened to me in my life by somebody that I truly loved with my whole entire heart. And I never would have pictured in a million years that this person would have betrayed me to this kind of level. Like, I expect people to betray you or to like to backstab you or cheat on you, but to go above and beyond to create a narrative about me, to force me on medication, to take me away from my kid, to try to take the pen and write this in my story and this be the end of my story. Like, this is what my life is. I'm a psych bipolar patient on medication, like a zombie, a vegetable, and I have nothing else to give or no way to show up for myself and provide. And you're trying to say I'm an unstable, lazy mom who has no ambition, nothing going for herself, and my brain is broken. The audacity when all I did when in our entire relationship was birth businesses for this man and birth babies for this man, and he used my brain until he couldn't use it no more and then tried to destroy me from the inside out. So I just think that that's funny. It wasn't funny when I was going through it. This continued on. Like I'm saying, I'm wrapping up the series in 2 days. Um, but that was just the time that I spent here at this place, being locked away and trying to use my brain to dissect why the fuck am I here. Um, but it has been therapeutic for me because I wasn't able to talk about it even when I got out. I stressed that in every video. I was not able to talk about to this man. The more I tried to talk to him about what happened to me while I was there, the more he forced me to take double dosages of medicine. And then when I went to therapy, they were like, talk about something else. But this is what got me here. So what the fuck you want me to talk about? So let me check in with y'all real quick before I read today's journal entry and reflect on that and answer any questions that you guys have while keeping up my baby. So hi Tekken. Ooh, I like your name. Hi Ephraim. Hi Jamie. Where am I from? I'm from Massachusetts. Hi Jatendra Kumar. Thank you. I was like, dang, I really need to get some time to myself. I really need to do my hair. I need to do it. But I always get compliments when I get out every day, so I appreciate it. I will never come to Australia. Thank you for the invite though. That's one place on this planet that I have no desire to visit. I don't want to see no kangaroos and I don't like spiders. And that is like the capital of spiders, insects, and all types of stuff that freak me out. So I don't think I will ever visit Australia. But never say never, right? But thanks for the invite, Paul. How you doing today? Thank you for checking in all the way from Australia. My name is not Janice, so maybe you're talking to somebody else, Happiness, but I like your name. How you doing today? Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Where are you checking in from, Sim Enna? It's 6 o'clock at night over here where I'm at. Go Celtics. I'm not into sports, Victor. How old are you? I'm seasoned, old enough from the 80s. I'm from Massachusetts. I answered that already, Efrain. I think that's how you say your name. My beauty is blinding you, Mayway 365. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it is nice weather here. It is like 90 degrees. And I was literally stuck in the house most of the day. So me and my baby are just getting outside about an hour ago. But let's check in. Greg. Okay, I focus with you, Greg. Greg Ian. See, I need these type of people on my page. He said, "Good morning. Where are you checking in from, Greg? Because it's evening here. If I could recommend one book for you, Conrad Barr's Born Only Once. Small, tiny, 80-page book. Try it. Find it. Helps a lot. I will. It's like I don't have a pen to write that down. Conrad Barr's Born Only Once. I will check that out. Thank you for the book recommendation. Maybe I can take a screenshot so I can remember. Yeah. Frank Jones, thank you. Victor, thank you. Thank you for checking in from Ireland. Gavin, ABS, thank you for checking in from the UK. Facts, 80s babies rule 100,000%. Shabazz Ali, hi, thank you for the wave emojis. Rabah, hi. And Mayway says, "You are so hot, seriously." Oh, thank you. I don't be feeling like that. I feel like I am trying to revive myself, not necessarily rebrand myself, but just revive myself and get back to feeling like myself. So it makes me feel good when I get on here and I'm just like, I look a mess and like I'm still recovering and healing. Where you going, boo? Oh dear. Okay. Stay over here with mama where I can see you, okay? Um, want something to drink? What are you getting? Veggie straws? So I have not been feeling like myself, and I feel like I know how I want to show up for myself, and because I'm not able to, I'm also not making any excuses, no matter my circumstances or my situation, and I'm also working on being consistent and showing up for myself here on my page. So I do thank you guys for the compliments. They make me feel good because I'm like, dang, like I feel like I could be sprucing it up a little bit more. So thank you. Appreciate it so much. Are you from Egypt? No, I'm from Massachusetts. I would like to get to Egypt though one day. Damn, you are fine. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. Okay, I think you've checked in before. Hi, Leary. I've never been to Clearwater, Florida, but I've been to a lot of different parts of Florida, but never Clearwater. How are you doing today? Kano? I am doing well. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Shabazz, you love me. Oh, okay, I love you too. I should. I reciprocate the love. Jesus saves, repent, and believe in the gospel. Christ died for your sins, rose again, trust in Him. Yeah, I'm praying to God every day. I'm like, God, I just want to be back on my own, and like, it feels like it's just taking forever to get back on my feet. Um, but I also read a quote that if God is making you wait longer, that means the blessing is bigger. So I'm just going through the motions and showing up here for myself, and I'm happy that you guys show up whenever I get on. Yes, my name is India. So I don't know if you're saying I love you, India, or you're from India, but thank you. No wonder Nigerian woman has goddess body. I'm not Nigerian. Actually, we don't really know what we are. We're all taken from our homeland. So I could possibly be Nigerian. Shandu, can you marry me? I don't know about that, friend. I am doing well, William. Thank you for asking, checking in. How are you doing? You would love to hold my hand? Okay, y'all coming through with the compliments today. Y'all just like boosting up my energy. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kano. Thank you, Shandu. Hi, artist. How are you? I'm glowing. Wow. I don't be feeling that way. I was just like, dag, the sun literally, right before I went live, the sun moved. And I be needing the sun to like make me feel like shining, 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 shining. Yeah. So, thank you. My hair is old school. I don't know what that means, but okay. Hi, you're new. Hi, Tatiana. I'm just checking in with everybody. I am doing day 17, reflecting on my live India talk, my daily series of where I'm sharing what happened to me this time last year, being locked up by my ex of 11 years. I literally just shouted you out, artist, but kick fucking rocks, nigga. I don't care. Okay. Hi, flag. I'm lucky to be living in America. Why? What's wrong with Africa? Yeah, I do need a moderator, but when I get back on my teaching stuff, like if you want to see anything inspirational or me teaching and sharing stuff, go check out my shorts. That's where I've been doing like small little teaching segments. When I get back on this page doing teaching, I will get a moderator because some of these comments be crazy, but y'all was coming through with the positivity, so that's why I kept rocking with it. Thank you for subscribing. Hi, love you. Memphis, I mean, artist, what's up with you? You just said you were out of here. Now you're saying, when am I coming to Memphis, Tennessee? I've been to Memphis, Tennessee before. I haven't been back since the first time I went. That was like 2017. So I don't know when I'll come back to Memphis. What's going on there? I am well Olu. I don't know how to say her name. I ain't even gonna mess it up. But I am well. I am from Massachusetts. At what time do you come live? Just look. I don't have a scheduled set time that I come live. It just when the day allows me to come live, I've just dedicated and committed to showing up live once a day. Yesterday I got on twice a day, so yeah, I had got a special treat. And the morning was horrible, but the late night session I did, late evening session was rocking. So yesterday I came on twice, but I usually come on once a day. But I can't give you a set time because I'm just reflecting. This is my own therapy session to share what happened to me, and to talk about it and to get it out and to let it go. So I don't have a set time for you. I apologize for that. Yeah, you already said goodbye. I said adios. Can't nobody make you stay. Oh, you love my life comes at you, not towards you, Paul. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate you. You check in on my shorts. I appreciate that. On my shorts is where I be like inspiring, motivational. Right now, I'm just popping my ish, yo, and talking about my life and sharing my story. But thank you, 60 plays. I appreciate that. Trevor for what? Hi, Gag Tray 3. What's up with your name? What's up with y'all names sometimes? I would like to be your neighbor. Well, if you're in Massachusetts, you could be hi from Dubai. Now, Dubai is somewhere where I want to go. I need to get to Dubai. Hey, Auntie, are you my nephew? Doctor, right? Light blue suits you. I have a thing with blue, but thank you. I said Trevor. Why did you tell me to stand up? 60 plays. Nice woman. Thanks. I actually do have to stand up because I have to make sure crap. All right. Good job, baby. All right. So I checked in with y'all. Give me 1 second. I checked in with y'all and I wanted to reflect on day 17 because this day last year, 8/12/24, was day 17 of me being locked up still, advocating and fighting to get the hell up out of there and to get back to my baby. Um, so if anybody is wondering, because that's something that my family was wondering, like, well, if you're not crazy, that first of all, my ex was saying that I'm crazy, that I was, having these meltdowns, and I was having a hard time with accepting that my daughter needs to be diagnosed, all types of fucking lies, okay? And so I don't really know necessarily what he was saying to my family, but paired with what he was saying to my family, and then paired with when I was talking to them, and then paired with how long I was in there, they were like, we're trying to figure out. I did. I can't sit here and respond to every single comment on here. I'm never gonna be able to talk about what I got on here and talk about. But just for you, what's up, Sahil? Oh, and then the messages are retracted. So sorry to hear that. Oh, don't feel sorry for me. I survived that shit. I almost did it. And then when I got out, like I started this series and I was like, you guys let me know if you want me to continue the series because I easily could, because I got out and I thought that my life was gonna improve. I thought that my relationship was gonna improve. I put it in the back of my head what Dr. W told me. She was like, this is gonna help your relationship. And your husband, who's not your husband, loves and cares about you, and he's seeing how sad and depressed you are and how he hasn't been helping out around the house and with your daughter. He's going to be more hands-on. So I thought that when I had got out of there that things would be, I was going to see if they were improved. But in the front of my head, I once she told me that, I was like, no, if that was the case, I've been dealing with this for 4 years with him as regarding our daughter, and now he's interrupted the time that God gave me. He's out, so I'm pissed. And you're trying to tell me that he's doing this for my benefit, but all I've been forced to talk about every single day is about being on medication that I don't fucking need. I've never taken medication ever in my life. I take vitamins and I drink smoothies, and I'm gonna say this shit until I get the fuck up out of here. And so I was thinking that things would I wanted to see how things went when I got out. But also, while I was being in there, I'm like, this man who you're calling my husband, thank God I didn't marry him. If something really was wrong with me, I would not. The way that he has not shown up for me, I would not want a husband like him. The way that he has talked to me on that phone when I've had to call him, he has not called me one time since I've been in here. That's not a caring, concerning husband, yo. And the way that he talks to me, he told me that he didn't think it was worth driving an hour away where he sent me to come visit me. He didn't think that I was worth it. A husband wouldn't talk to his wife like that, and he wasn't my husband. And that just made me reflect of like, if something was really wrong with me and I really did have a life crisis, I wouldn't want this person like this who doesn't show up for me. And while I was in there, side note, it made me, he gave me too much time to think. So me refusing the medication allowed me to have a lot of downtime that I haven't had. So I was reflecting on like, I have had life crises with this man. I had an ectopic pregnancy that I had to have surgically removed, and he wasn't there. Like when I woke up from surgery, he wasn't there. Like, where was he at? I don't know. He didn't, there was no care and concern afterwards. Like I've lost my dad who I wasn't close to, but he wasn't, like I've had other crises besides this crisis that he created and tried to leave me to die in. So it was just eye opening the way that he was talking to me on the phone, and the way that he didn't call me, the way he didn't show up for me and support me, and the way that he told me that I wasn't worth coming to visit some place that he put me in because I was there with no clothes. And the doctors were telling them for him to come visit during visiting hours and bring me some clothes. And he was like, no, I don't even know what kind of clothes to bring her. And then he told me on the phone that he doesn't think that I was worth the drive. So I was not excited to go back home to that man. I was excited to get back there with my daughter. And then also, I was trying to derail plans. I was not trying to go back to that house whatsoever. I was trying to go to his aunt's house to have more downtime and to think and to strategize. Should I try to work it out with this person after going through this traumatic experience? And then his aunt told me on the phone when I talked to her that she would allow me and my daughter to come to her house, not to live with her forever. I don't know what the hell she was thinking. I don't know what she was thinking, but on the phone, my love, stay this way. On the phone, she told the doctor that she didn't want me. She didn't want me and my daughter there, which would make sense because the day before her nephew locked me up, she kicked me and my daughter out her house after begging us to come visit her for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And the first time we went over there, we weren't even there for a half an hour and she kicked us out. So that family is weird. All these people are weird. Um Hi baby. Bruno. Oh no, girl. Hi, Mark. I hope you find someone that loves you and will do anything for you. Thank you, Eternity. I really appreciate that. You want Mama to open your straw? Hold on. I really appreciate that. You want to marry me? Wake up. Hold up. You want to marry me? You didn't even know me. But thank you for loving me. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Okay, it's time to have supper. Come on, what's cooking tonight? Right. I don't know. Rice and beans. Rice, beans, and greens, RBG, staple, and whatever else you put with it. But yeah. So in my story time, today is day 17. I will read my little journey entry from today. And then I was looking for a journal entry from day 18. I didn't write anything for day 18, but I do have some ish to talk about other stuff that so much. There's so much that happened. I can only get so much in in a talk. Where's your juice box, boo? Hello? What are you getting? Oh my gosh. You're having your own little picnic? Here. Here. There's so much to cover and so much that has happened just in these days that I am not able to get it all out there. I try as much as I can. And then when I'm reflecting on this, I'm like, oh, I forgot this, I forgot that, I forgot that. So much shit that I just had to suffer and survive through. But I always remind you that no matter what you suffer and survive through, it'll never go wasted. It will always be used towards your purpose. So, day 17, 8/12/24, I wrote, I wrote, in came Barney and Dr. W. And for the first time, I was not happy to see either of them. Understanding how much I have been in here pouring out my heart and advocating for myself and for my daughter, and to learn that they are using it against me to fit the criteria is crazy. What's even crazier is they are testifying against my ass using anything that I've said in here to tell a narrative so she can get paid. And then I put my ex's name and I call her 2.0, her 2.0 ass. I was so worried about Barney. Damn, I really do be gullible and naive sometimes. My ex, Barney, and Dr. W all working together to keep my ass here just to take their drugs. My lawyer was a placebo, a fake lawyer working in your favor, laughing my ass off. Wow, I've learned so much from this terrifying, trifling, traumatizing ass experience slash experiment. It's rigged, it's a scam. Damn, they almost got me, but I'm smart, not psychotic. I take vitamins, not drugs, up until a day ago. I can't wait to get the hell up out of here, build my YouTube channel, get my fucking lottery ticket, and move to the West Coast with my daughter and start a new life. Oh, yeah, hit the stages all over the world and tell my motherfucking stories uninterrupted with all eyes on me. Nobody and nothing can break my ass, and everything I suffered through, survived through, cried through would break those that judge me and try to commit me, and most importantly, try to control me. But that's the gag, that's the joke. You ain't me, and you can't control me. So that was my where are you going, boo? Right here. Give it to mama. Give it to mama. I'll put it in the trash for you if you're all done. Finish your veggie straws and then we're gonna go, okay? So that was my journal entry from today, and I want to reflect on it. If you guys have any questions, let me check in with people who are being positive. Thank you for the XOXO Ryan O'Brien. I fucks with you. Hi Trick Shot. It looks like you have locks like me. What's up? Hi Red Mango. How long have you grown your beautiful locks for? Says I don't know how to say your name. Damn, I don't even want to try. October will be 5 years. After I had my daughter, a few months after I locked my hair. So October will be 5 years for me. Hi, Red Mango. Today is your 30th birthday. Happiest 30th birthday. I hope that you enjoyed your day and don't let anybody steal your happiness, steal your joy, and turn up for yourself. Hi, Vivian. Eternity. You said have the most adorable and beautiful smile. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. The smile came from God and my mama. 60 plays, stay strong. I am, you know what? If it wasn't for my daughter, I could be, let me tell y'all this before I go over my thing. Hold on. I mean, sure. My love, where the heck you get that cup from? Oh my gosh. Let me tell y'all this. If it was not for my daughter, if it wasn't for my daughter, I would still be with that man. I would still be at that house, like begging and pleading for him to talk to me, lock in with me, fuck me. I would still be there if it wasn't for my daughter. It took for this happening, and then for me to see how scared of my daughter was of him, and because he was just like drugging her every day. Bless you, boo. Um, it took for those two things for me to be like, yeah, India, you can't stay here. You gotta, you gotta go somewhere. And then I went to his evil ass mama's house, and that was the worst mistake ever. But honestly, I want to say out loud, I'm not afraid to say that. Like, I wasn't upset about the diagnosis. Like once I really understood, like, okay, I have deal with moods of being up and down longer than the average person. I don't see anything wrong with that because I don't take my mood out on anybody. I isolate myself. So I already understand my moods. But if you want to give me a diagnosis, I understand that. I'll even accept the diagnosis. What I won't accept is that you try to make me take medication and then telling people that I'm crazy and all other types of stuff. I won't accept that. But I was still even willing to work with him through that because when I got out, I was like, "Oh, is something wrong with me?" And he would try to be like, "Yeah, something is something is wrong with you." And then I would like try to go to therapy and like talk about it, and I was not understanding. And then even with that, I was still being like, "Well, if you think that I'm crazy, like, do you still want to be with me?" And he did say yes, but at the time, I just couldn't accept. Like, I can accept being moody. But I can't accept you trying to be like, I'm crazy and my brain doesn't work. Like, I'm smart as fuck. Look at all the shit I just built for you. What are you talking about? So I felt starting feeling like, oh, I've been wasting my time because I could have been building some shit for myself. And now I have a kid to think about. Like, I'm sitting here wasting my time with a person who just wants to keep me isolated, keep me drugged up, have me sleeping all day, and keep me in the house away from the world. First of all, I'm a Sagittarius. You do not take my freedom away from me, and you do not lock me up. Those are the two things that you do not do. I'm a free spirit, And freedom is more important to me than time. I mean, than money. My time and my freedom. So it's like me reflecting on this, I want my 11 years back. Because I can always start over. I can always rebuild. I can always be better than I was, especially with this person. So, yeah, but I just say that I was willing to accept everything of whatever he was trying to, the seeds that he was trying to plant in my head. I was willing to accept them. I was willing to be like, I still want to be your wife. Like, I still want to like get married. And I was just like, I think that I am crazy because I do just remember what the hell you just did to me and like what you were saying to me on the phone. And then I'm supposed to come here and still play house. Like that's what my lawyer told me locked up in the hospital is like play house, play nice, and then do what you gotta do to get away from him. And I was like, once I go, if you send me back to the house, I ain't never gonna get out of there. He's never gonna let me out. I was just isolated. I just on July 26th, he kicks me and his daughter out of the house. Why is this not registering in nobody else's head? He kicked me out of the house on July 26th, him and his daughter. And then magically by 5 o'clock, he snatched us from walking off the street and separated us and locked me up. And you don't see anything right from this. Yeah, I agree with you, Big Daddy. I am a dummy. I agree with you. But here's the thing that I was explaining the other day. First of all, you just took me totally off of track of what I was saying. Yeah. If I was like, if you send me back to the house, I'm never gonna get out of there. Which I was right. I was right. I was isolated even more. I was under surveillance. He had cameras watching me. He was tracking my phone. Had my computer talking out loud. Had his friends gave people that I'm not associated with my number that was texting me and calling me every day, trying to check in with my mental health. So I was under more surveillance by his family, all types of stuff. I almost did not escape this shit, yo. But to answer your question, I'm a dummy. No, I agree with you. You said I'm a dummy, and I agree with you. The reason that I agree with you is because I didn't have any boundaries and I didn't have any standards. And on top of that, but I'm not materialistic. So it was never about a ring for me. It was never about that. It still isn't. I love people for who they are. And I was just committed to that man and the theorized version of who he spoke, of who he wanted to be and who I believe he can become if he put his mind to it. So I'm not about like money and cars and jewelry and all that stuff. Like I'm about a person for who they are and their mindset and their mentality and their goals. I did start to push the issue of getting married after we hit 10 years. And then I'm like, are we going to do this? Like, are we going to get married? And it started to become where I was trying to accept more than the bare minimum. I'm like, let's just go down to the courthouse. It's $40 because he's trying to make a big deal about money. And then I was like, oh, let's just like elope. Like we don't have to have like a big wedding with our family and all that stuff. And he was just knocking down everything that I was saying. So yeah, I'm a dummy. That's okay though. I'm not dumb how you think I am. I'm smart as fuck, yo. I'm super smart. And I just use my brain to build three businesses for a man who just threw them shits away and didn't care about my time, my effort, my energy, my sweat equity, nothing. So that's the shit that makes me want to strangle this motherfucker. You're kidding me. I almost just lost my life not once, not twice, but three times trying to break your babies. But at the end of the day, I wanted all those things. Like I wanted to have kids. I wanted a family. That's the most important thing to me, not money, not materialistic things. Like having a family, building a strong family structure and foundation, and raising a house based off of love and not lecture, and having a good relationship with your kids, and cherishing them. Like your kids and the person that you had a family with is the most important things you'll ever have in this planet, and that's what I care about. And I thought that that was more the most important thing to him too. At least that's what he told me. But everything about that relationship was a lie. Every single thing. So I'm dumb. But thank you, 60 plays. I am staying strong. Thank you, Mr. Wick. I appreciate the compliment. Hello, Rasul. Thank you. How you doing? Hello from Portsmouth, England. What's up? England, checking in. I've never been to England, but I do want to go. What was the defining moment that got you to now, spiritually or inner strength? Good question. My daughter. My daughter, like being afraid for my life, yo. I ran in the middle of the night. Well, when I left the house that we shared on July 26, 2025, I didn't run away. I did I called the police. I didn't call the police. Well, now let me tell this story because this is very important. I just did a live the other day talking about how when I was locked up, I was begging my mother, my brother, and my sister to call the fucking cops. I'm like, my life and my kid's life is in danger. I don't think that y'all are understanding what's going on here. Plus, I never went through anything like this. So I don't care what he's telling you to persuade y'all. I am your blood. I am your fucking daughter, and I am y'all sister, and this is your niece, and this is your granddaughter. Somebody better fucking call the cops, yo. And when I get out of here, it's gonna be 10 times worse. They wouldn't help me, and they pretended. They pretended like they called the cops. They never did. And they talked about like, oh, they can't because I'm in Connecticut, and my sister fucking hung up the phone, took down all my information. I'm never gonna forget that shit. Took down all my information. I don't even know if she really did it or not, and hung the phone up and went about her day and did her fucking laundry. So this taught me very valuable lessons about his family, the man that I was just trying to spend my life with, and then my family. I already knew my family was fucked up. I didn't know how low of a person they thought I was and how they viewed me. And it could be like something about themselves that's reflected upon me. I don't know. But I was just like in a heartbeat. They wouldn't have to ask me. I've been through so much shit with my mom, my brother, and my sister. I have tried to fight my brother's girlfriend for the way that she was treating my brother. I've stood up for my sister several times. And my mom has been in abusive relationships when I lived with her during my high school years. And every night I had to fight a man off of my mom, every fucking night, me and my sister. So she didn't have to ask me, and I called the cops and all types of stuff. So I was livid. So I remember when I got out, I was trying to tell people about what was going on in the house. Like he's giving our daughter some shit that's comatosing her, knocking her the fuck out. And I made her by myself, can't say nothing. And all he's doing is double doses, making me take more medication. So I'm knocked out. So I can't see what he's doing. And nobody's believing me. And I had one friend that she was like, India, whatever you're going through, it doesn't sound safe. And she said, if you ever need me to call the cops, just say the word. She's like, just text me, I'm up all day, all night, um, and I won't hesitate. So on July 26, 2025, that day was just like the most strangest day of all days. And I don't know why it took that many months after this time, because that's August, September, October, November, December, January, 5 months. I don't know why it took me 5 months to like reach out to her, but that day was just it was just getting too strange in that house, and I was like, damn, I'm not safe. Like this motherfucker might lock us up in here and set this shit on fire. I don't know, because the house, the doors on the outside, you can lock people inside and they can't get out. In the hood. So I had text her, and now what's important here is that my friend lives here, but their cell phones are from New York. They never switched over their number, so I text her and I was like, "Please call the cops. Like, we're not safe. I need to get out of here." And without hesitation, she did it. And she was like, "It probably will take a little bit for them to get there because the New York police called the Springfield police and then sent them en route." And so there goes proves the bullshit that my mom and my sister was trying to say, that they couldn't call the cops while I was locked up because they were in Connecticut. 911 is fucking universal. And that's what I was screaming to them on the phone. Like 911 is universal. Like I don't want to hear this shit. Y'all want to see me suffer. Like it was entertaining for my family being locked up and then all the shit I went through after. And I'll eat it. They try to be like, it's your fault. You should save yourself, all types of shit. I have a child involved. I don't care how y'all fucking feel about me. Help my fucking kid, yo. So I learned just like how they feel about me. But the point of that was that my friend called the cops for me, and the cops came and took us at like midnight. By the time they got there was like midnight, and escorted us over to his mom's house because I didn't have nowhere to go. Like I didn't have family to go to. I had nowhere else to go. My daughter really wanted to go to her grandparents' house. That's what we were arguing about all day. Like, why are you not letting us out this house? And my daughter wanted to get band-aids. That's the whole thing. But I left via police escort. And then his mom was just like, oh, well, I didn't, why would the police give you a ride over here? Like, they just didn't want to deal with whatever's going on with her son. And then she was like, well, if you're going to stay here with her, as if we're strangers off the fucking street, and I just showed up at her house, that I had to pay her $100 a week to stay at her house for however long I was there. And that's what I ended up doing until I had to get out of there because it wasn't safe for me and my daughter there. It was getting crazy. Um, but sorry, I just went on a whole thing. What was the defining moment? That was a defining moment. My daughter, she was afraid that last night that we were there, I tried to give her. She was just showing me so many stuff. Like my daughter can't physically say at the time, like, oh, I'm scared, I'm afraid of daddy, he's doing this, he's doing that. So she had showed me pictures that she wanted to go to her grandparents' house. She kept pointing to her uncle and pointing to her grandma. And then he had gave her something, and so she put her hand. She like put her hand, smacked it to my nose, and it smelled like chemicals. And then she put her other hand, didn't smell like anything. And then she like got in my face and like blew her breath, and it smelled like the same thing. And she almost like slapped me. Like, and the other thing is, once I had got out, every single day, my daughter would say, what are you waiting for, mama? What are you waiting for? Every day. And I had to just like sit with that and be like, what am I waiting for? I keep waiting on this motherfucker who's clearly nothing had changed. It had just got worse. So to answer your question, is my daughter was the defining moment. And if I look back and now I'm sharing this, I wish I would have just left earlier because, it could have got way worse for me and her. And I'm sorry that I made her suffer longer than she had to. So my daughter is my strength. My daughter is my everything. And if it wasn't for her, if I didn't have a daughter and I went through this, I'd still be there with him, just dealing with his abuse and dealing with his neglect and dealing with his manipulation and mind tactics and all types of shit. Thank you. You're a local drug dealer. You need a new name, friend. But thank you. Hey, Warren Buffett. Why do y'all make up these names like this? What's up? Thank you for the compliment. Hi, doctor. Time with your family. That's wonderful. It's just me and my daughter now. The family that I thought that I was gonna have didn't work out that way. But thank you, Mr. Wick. Do something funny, Joseph. What are we talking about? Manic depression, Richard. Accept it. I do accept it. I already said that. I already said that I said that I accept. First of all, I accept this diagnosis. That's not an official diagnosis. It's an unofficial diagnosis because I never went through anything like this before, and I have no history of being locked up in hospitals and having to be sedated and all types of shit. So that is why the behavior and the abuse tripled. It amplified when I got out because the doctors explained that to him, and so they said the only way we can give her an official diagnosis is if you have to bring her back to the hospital and then we can officially diagnose her. So that's why everything amplified and got worse, not better. But as far as accepting being bipolar or on the spectrum of bipolar, I do accept that. What I learned through therapy is that I'm just not naturally, I'm not just waking up naturally and being like on a high and then being on a low naturally. No, my triggers of manic or depression come from being around people who don't benefit me. People who do fucked up things to me, and then I'm trying to talk to them about like, why are you treating me like this, or why are you doing this to me? And they're gaslighting me and saying like, I'm not doing that, or don't talk about that, or sweep it under the rug. And then I have to suppress things that people do to me and how they treat me and how they talk about me. So I just understood going through this that I've been surrounded around the wrong people my entire life, and that is what triggers me going into manic highs or depression lows. But even with that being said, I isolate myself. I don't become combative or take shit out on other people. When I feel that I'm going through something or something triggered an emotion of a high or a low, I just spend time by myself. I'm already an introvert, so I don't have no problem spending time by myself, but I do accept it. I'm not gonna accept abuse that comes with it, or you just trying to make that be who I am now. I'm no longer India, the name that my mother gave me. All of a sudden I'm just bipolar, crazy, deranged. What the fuck did his mom say? Um, chemically imbalanced, a fucking post traumatic stress disorder veteran who has a kitchen full and a bathroom full of medicine. Bitch, please. So, anyways, Indio, I love your name. If I have a boy, I want to name him Indio. I love that. How are you doing? It says your messages are attractive, but I love that name, Indio. Hi, Saku. How are you doing? All right, let's report you. My love, stay this way. Hey, you can be on the rocks, but don't go too further. Oh, I already commented about you, Big Daddy. That was funny. Where did you where did you obtain your skills in taking bullshit? Yo, that's a good question. Growing up, growing up adopted, growing up with like not real family who I thought was my real family, and then growing up with my real family, both people treated me like shit. I'm the middle child. I was always treated like the black sheep and like ain't gonna be nothing and just gonna be um a, a teenage mom and on drugs like my mom. And like I lived my life trying to not live up to the stereotypes and the stigmas that my family and my adopted family tried to put on top of me. And then just trying to be a people pleaser until I had to learn a very valuable lesson. But that's a really good question. What's your name? Osnet, I think. Hi, Maddox. Oh, okay. Let me report you and get you off my page. I thought she was being positive, and I thought that was a really good question. But here's the thing: the more y'all come on my shit talking about dumb shit, I'm gonna report you. And what happens is what I learned is that it's gonna flag your account. You're not gonna be able to show up on social media and just write shit. You're gonna be restricted from showing up at all. So keep it up. Hi, I'm a big fan, but you look like the common book guy. I don't even know what you're talking about, but thanks for being a fan. Damn, I'm about to wrap this up because I see a lot of stupid shit. Anyways, do you guys have any other questions? Let me look at my thing. Oh, something so I wrote a lot of stuff down, and this was just like me writing it. Chicago West, I like your name. Funny how people want to talk shit to you, but I bet they won't point the same finger at themselves. Right. And they won't even show up and share any trauma. I'll share any trauma about my life. I'll share anything. I'm not afraid to share anything that I've suffered through and survived through because that makes me a survivor. That makes me strong. And I'm not afraid of other people's judgment. That's the whole point of showing up and advocating for yourself. So I appreciate you, Chicago. Am I in Washington, Mike Moore? No, I'm not. I'm in Massachusetts, still on the East Coast. It's not materialistic to not want to waste your time. Good point. I'm gonna write that in my journal tonight. I'm gonna write that in my journal. Thank you for that, Big Daddy. That was awesome. You're right. I've learned that I don't have boundaries and I don't have standards. So now I have a whole list of the type of man I want to attract into my life based on the type of men I've accepted previously. And I've said this before, I've only had two serious long term relationships, and they both, when I think about it, are kind of like the same person. And I was like, I didn't pursue them. I just accept whoever comes to me. And it seems like if you like me, I like you kind of thing. I want my baby gets on my camera. I don't want my baby in it. Um, Hi, Victor. Welcome back again. Am I a Nigerian? No. Do I have a shirt on? Yes. I Okay, let me remove you because I'm not no fucking sir. You too, John. Yeah, I gotta go. Anyways, y'all engage with me so well today, minus the negative Nancy's. Hi, Nell. 60, please. You understand? Thank you for understanding. I appreciate it. Damn. Hold on. Me, Muhammad. Thank you for loving on me. I appreciate it. I accept love all day, every day. I know who Kobe Bryant is. What's up with these questions? If it's not pertaining to what the hell I'm talking about, why are y'all writing this? That's called manifesting destiny. Yep, you are right. Bipolar doesn't mean constant mood shifts. Calm down. Don't worry about a thing. Thank you, Elric. I'm not worried about it. I think that was the other thing. So I all of this was strategic and orchestrated from him because when I got out, this is more I'm gonna talk about this more tomorrow. I'm gonna give like 5 more minutes on here and then I gotta go. I'm gonna talk about this more tomorrow since I didn't journal. But one thing that I was looking through my journal and I have numbers of the people that was in there. They wanted me to like hit them up when I get out and like let's keep a friendship. And I was like, fuck no, I'm not ever gonna see y'all people ever again. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not in here to make friends. But when I had got out, he was trying to tell me that like to call these people that I was locked up with and make friends with them because I don't have no friends. What? And then he was also telling me like to get on my social media. He was like, go on your YouTube or go on Instagram and start talking about how you're bipolar and start talking about how how all the things you struggle with every day, like with you and your daughter. He would always like omit himself from like this is your kid too, bro, and I'm your girl. Like what are you talking about? But and he was just like, I when you since you've been gone, I've been researching it, and there's mad pages of people that's talking about how they have to take medication every day and how they struggle with their moods and they got so many views and oh they're making money from this. Like he really just wanted to like ride my back and like make me touch paper for him in whatever way he said to see fit. So the businesses that we did, we had a lot of success in them. um, he never said how much money he wanted to make from the businesses, but we had a lot of success, and that wasn't enough for him. So I guess this was his new way of coming up with a new strategy to like make me be the face, make me work and do whatever. And then even when I was left and I was at his mom's house, I was begging him to talk to me, like, please talk to me. Tell me what's going on, like what's happening. Why are you treating me like this? Like now I've left, I'm at your mom's house. Like, well, you're not getting it. And he'd be like, don't talk to me, talk to your phone. So once it really has been ingrained in my head, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna talk to my phone, but not in the way you fucking think I'm about to talk to my phone. Not in the way that you're trying to transcribe me to do that shit." So now, the funny thing is, I don't talk to this man. He texts me, and I give him one response answers, and now he wants me to talk to him, and I won't. And now all he can do is create fake pages or go through our business pages to watch me. Go ahead, bro. That's weird. I just lived with you. I was just in the house with you, begging you to talk to me, and now you want to watch me talk to a phone or through a phone or try to still have conversations with me through a phone. Weird, weirdo, weird shit. So I just think that that's ironic. Hello, I have a question. The one and only. Okay, what's your question? Better hurry up and write it because I'm only on here for a couple more minutes. Hey, Nifty, you're a child of God. Oh, thank you, William. Likewise, because every little thing is gonna be all right. All right. Okay, I see you, Bob Marley. Thank you. How am I doing today, Michael Buckner? I'm doing amazing. I'm glad that I got outside because I was feeling kind of sad because we spent most of the day inside today. Um, I was helping my friend. She had a job interview, and so I was like babysitting her daughter for most of the day who wasn't feeling good. So now I feel great because I was able to get outside and talk to y'all. You have been through a lot. You deserve the man to worship you. Thank you for putting that out into the atmosphere. I do agree with that too. Um, I'm not really searching or looking for that, but I'm not trying to close the door on love just because of my experiences that I have had. I just know that I need to have a man that actually loves me and not lust over me. That's what I learned. So thank you for that, Eternity. Peekaboo has arrived. Hi, Peekaboo. I like your name. It's my birthday today, y'all. I turned 66 today. Okay, shouts out to you, Levy Chino. Happiest birthday, Levy Chino. That's a big milestone. What did you do for your birthday today? The Gray Area, welcome back. I like your name. Where am I from? I tell y'all this every day. I'm from Massachusetts, Springfield, Massachusetts, 2 hours from Boston. I came on your stream for the first time. Can you introduce yourself, Rohan? Good boy. Sure. My name is India. I go by Mrs. Turn Your Life into a Lifestyle because I teach people, just like I taught myself, how to build a life and not a resume. And my message to people is always to turn your life into a lifestyle because you were born for a purpose. You were not born to just work a job and pay bills and die. Your abundance and prosperity is your birthright. And if you don't tune into yourself more and tap out of the world less, you will live up to the person your parents want you to be. You will live up to the person that society tries to mold you into be. And you will also live up to the person that the school systems and the job systems tries to create you to be. And you got to break free from that shit. Peekaboo, ask me questions. I'm only gonna be out here for a couple more minutes. Gobert says, "Yay, I'm autistic." So am I. At the end of the day, I think that everybody is some form of autistic. If I'm being honest, where am I streaming from? I'm at the park with my daughter, but we're about to leave because we need to go eat and do bath time and all that. Hey, what's up from Kentucky? Thank you for checking in, RD 1976. Hi. Give us a 360, please. No, thank you. You are a beautiful black queen. You're gonna make a man so happy one day. Thank you, Great Area. I try my best to make that man happy. So I do agree with that. A man that loves me, that's like truly loves me and is in love with me, and I don't have to question his love for me or his motive. Okay. So I appreciate that. Thank you for speaking that into the atmosphere. Hi, Miss. Hope you achieve anything you would want. Keep with the grind. You will achieve the ultimate level of main character syndrome. Yo, y'all are coming through with the manifestations today. I fuck with y'all. I'm sorry about that. That was not my nipple. I have like little boob coverings on. That's funny. Thank you so much for the manifestations. I fucks with y'all. Y'all fucks with me. I fucks with y'all. I fucks with who fucks with me. So thank you for that, yo. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that because and the other comment you're making me unhappy one day. Y'all fucks with me. I fucks with you. What's the secret to my white teeth? Brush them and floss them. Minimum twice a day. That's my secret. I don't really do anything else. And go to the dentist twice a year. Get your cleanings. Amen. 13 says, hi, hi. Very inspiring. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, Sexy Plays. I'll be back tomorrow with another story time. It'll be day 18. So I hope that you check in. I can't tell you a time. I don't know when I get on. Whenever I get on, I get on. And I fucks with whoever is on. Have I been to Switzerland? No. I would like to come there, though. Thank you for checking in from Switzerland. Hello from Brazil. Alan, thank you for checking in from Brazil. The cool guy, are you dating right now? No. Have no desires to date, to be honest. But every day that I'm out, I get men that roll up on me while I'm walking with my daughter. That's like, oh my gosh, can you take my number? Oh my gosh, I would love to take you on a date. Oh my gosh, like blah blah blah. And I'm just not. I'm not ready for that. I don't even have time to date, honestly. And I have not been in the dating scene or pool, and I don't know what to expect, so I'm kind of scared. Hello from Brazil. I already said hi, Alan. Thank you. Thank you. Bipolar. Jesus. Yes. Bipolar. We were talking about bipolar. Um, I don't know what you're talking about, Dopey. So he recommended you make friends and talk about dealing with bipolar, and this is a bad thing too. Yes, it is because he wants me to make friends with people I was locked in a psych ward with. Why would I get out and then call these people and have friends with people? I don't have nothing in common with these people. All those people that was locked up in there checked themselves in. I was the only person who didn't check myself in there. And I worked on psych wards before. You can check yourself in. You can literally commit a crime. Okay. If you have nowhere to go and you're trying to hide from the police, check yourself into a psych ward. You can make up any reason as to why you want to be there. Nobody can know you're there, not even the police. And so I used to tell him secrets and things about when I worked. I worked in the medical field for 17 years. So I used to share with him about all the craziness, and he used it against me. So, no, I'm not going to check in with these people. All these people are drug addicts, first of all. Every single person that I got out before me, I said, what are you going to do now that you're out, that you're getting out of here? My concern was getting home to my daughter. They were all like, "Oh, I'm gonna do meth. That's the first thing I'm gonna do," or "I'm gonna do coke. That's the first thing I'm gonna do," or "I'm gonna get to the liquor store." I don't hang with addicts. I was just in a relationship with a fucking addict. If I'm being proper, but am I gonna make friends with fucking drug addicts and like people that have no goals, people that's not doing nothing with their life? I was in there talking about my businesses and my baby. So I thought that was very telling. That was definitely a red flag. You want me to be friends with people I was locked up with? I don't know these people. Don't have nothing in common with them. And then on top of that, you want me? My content was all about vegan and plant based, raising plant based babies, and talking about gentle parenting, things that I care about. Now all of a sudden, you want this label to be my life. You want me to just lead with this thing that you projected onto me, that you're trying to make it be the be all to end all. Fuck no. So it was very telling. So there's lots of things wrong with it. But now I'm talking about it, not in the way that he wants me to talk about it though. Because I'm not him and he's not me and I'm smarter than him. And that was the thing that I learned about my relationship, is that I just spent time with somebody that I'm smarter than. So Big Daddy said I'm a dummy, so that's why I agree with that. Like, yeah, shouldn't be. Hello, am I at the playground? Hello, Asphalt Talk TV. Yes, I'm at the playground. McDonald. Success in business. Yes, I built 3 businesses for that man, and they were all successful. Thank you, Murder Pose Film Crew. I like them to be called blocks, not dreads, but thank you for the compliment. Daniel, God loves me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. He loves you too. Looking good, baby. Are you from Canada? No, I'm 4 hours away. And I just got my daughter's passport. So that's the first trip that we're going to go to Canada. As a woman, how do you differentiate from what man is lusting from what man is loving? Very good question. So I'm still differentiating that, but if I focus on lusting, a man that lusts over you, he doesn't really like you for who you are and like what you offer and what you bring to the table, your personality, your characteristic. He just likes something about you. So like for me, naturally I'm a giver. Like I'll give anybody anything, especially money, because I am not attached to money. I don't care about money. I'm a great gift giver. I watch people, I study people. That's what makes me a great gift giver. And I'm just naturally giving. Like I'll give you my time, I'll invest into you. And then he used me to build these businesses for him. So he attached to me, acting like he loved and he cared about me and he wanted to be with me and like sell me a dream, because he thought that I was an airhead. So he would always tell me that like he liked girls who are airheads. And I'm the furthest thing from an airhead. Now, what I do know about myself is that I can play the role of letting some motherfucker think that I'm stupid. But when I have to read you for filth and when I have to tell you about yourself and when you really piss me off and play in my face, then I have to show you, motherfucker, I'm not no fucking airhead. I'm smart as fuck, and you're not about to continue to play in my face, and you're not going to continue to disrespect me and all this stuff. But that's what he would say. Like he liked that I was a giver and that it seemed like I was easy to get over on, and that like I was the airhead. And like I said, he was my brother's friend. So like back in the day when I used to always go to my brother's house and he'd always be over there, I would always come through. Now that was back in my drinking days and smoking days. So I would always come through with the drinks and the smoke and like, oh, I always pay everybody's way of like, oh, we're about to go out to the club. So like people who are leechers will naturally attract to that. So that is a form of lusting. And then when we were doing business, I would be the note taker. I was the accountant. I was the bookkeeper. I was all those stuff. So he loved that because he could just put all that responsibility onto me, and I gladfully did it, gleefully did it with a smile on my face. And he could just work me. He could just make me be his mule. He could just make me be his. He could delegate everything to me. So he loved that about me, but not necessarily in love with me. And I didn't know that until all this shit happened. But even when this happened, I really could say that I didn't know. I didn't read the real him until I had his kid. When I had his kid and we were in the hospital during COVID, I learned a lot of stuff. That's why I said I should have been left the relationship, because when we were in the hospital, like I'd be asking him for help with stuff, and he'd be like, "Use your call bell." Nigga, what? You're right here. Like, you should be helping me. So, like, for me to just keep calm and stuff, and like, I had a really bad recovery. And he was also miserable because we were in lockdown and he couldn't get high. So, I had seen a lot of different signs of like who he is when he can't get his way, and then who he is when he can't get high, who he is when he has to do things that he don't want to do, but he should do because he's a dad, he's a man, he's all these things. Um, so now I have a list. My list includes things that I am repelling for myself. Like, I can't deal with another man that has any addictions. If you're a smoker, if you're a drinker, you're addicted to porn, I can't deal with it. Mm-mm. So I'm making a list so that I know if somebody's dealing with their own shit, and then if they're dealing with me, I will be able to identify that. Thank you for the smiley face. Wow, you have been blessed with a beautiful body. Okay, thank you. Am I a drill rapper? No. Should I be? You look like my friend Lindy. I like that name. It kind of rhymes with indie. Like, people used to call me Indy growing up, or Indiana Jones, or everything besides India. And I just like to be called my name. Um, I'm gonna report you, Tom. The report button has become my best friend. You have some harsh judgment of those people. Excuse me, those people tried to fucking kill me. Well, how should I have nice judgment on them? They tried to kill my ass. What are you talking about? And kill my daughter, poisoning us. A mother and her son, the fucking devil and her fucking spawn. I have nothing nice to say about these fucking people. Please breathe. Now I be trying to talk fast, yo, because I be trying to get all my shit out and then try to still engage with y'all. But I'm working on it. Person voluntarily checks themselves into a hospital to better themselves, and you call them drug addicts with a judgmental tone. Oh, you're talking about that? I thought you were talking about the people. No, I'm not being judgmental of them. I'm making a statement of me with a sound mind. I don't have a drug problem. I don't judge people who have a drug problem. Everybody in my family has a drug problem. I love them dearly. I hope that they get help. I hope that they can admit to themselves that they get help. What I'm saying, as far as me going through a situation that a man put me in strategically and orchestrated it and tried to create a narrative about me. Now, when I get out, you're trying to feed my head and make me live in this reality that you created. You're trying to be like, reach out to these people and befriend them and hang out with them. Why? I don't have nothing in common with these people. I would have never met them if you never sent me to this fucking hospital. So they're not people I will be friends with. I am a businesswoman. I network with people who are doing business. I network with people who are doing the same things as me, creating things, inventing things. So no, I'm not going to be friends with these people who clearly have issues, and you're trying to make it seem like I am the person that have issues. So you're taking you're taking what I'm saying and you're personalizing it. I'm not. I'm talking about this person who did something to me, who's trying to make relatable things unrelatable things become relatable in my reality. No. Why do most women only want to date ambitious men, and if a man wants to chill and relax, they force him to work? Why is that? I don't know. I have no idea. I really couldn't answer that for you because I was the opposite. And so that's why I was like, I understand why girls make fun of women like me, because I've been the opposite. Like, I let you be who you are. I'm not judgmental. I don't try to change a person. I do try to help. And I do try to like be who I am and hope that I inspire you to want to change yourself. And a lot of times that's not good enough for people. And I do let a person be who they are. So if you speak highly about like the person that you're trying to become, I will encourage that and talk about it and bring it up. And I do like, I used to do everything for them. I used to rub his feet, give him pedicures. I cooked lavish meals, tried to serve him, and the more that I submitted to him, the more I got fucked up. So I don't know what you're talking about, but I think that men and women should date and chase ambitious people. People should have goals. They shouldn't be out here being fucking low lives, but you should have a balance of chill, relax, and then also chasing your dreams and being ambitious and following your calling. So you have to have a balance of two. But I'm not all women. I can only speak for me. Do you own a Glock? Yes. That's something we'll be talking about tomorrow. Because I didn't make a journal entry for tomorrow. So I'm going to talk about a few different things. So thank you for reminding me of that. That man hid my gun. He knew what he was doing. And I would never think to use my gun on him. Never that would have crossed my mind. But because of how strategic he was being, he was hiding the machetes in the house, and he hid my gun. And I didn't know that. He didn't hide my whole gun. He hid the clip to my gun. And I didn't know until I'll share a story time tomorrow. Yes, I have been answering questions. It's telling that you were involuntarily committed to a hospital. Why is it telling? A man sent me there. Okay. Hello. Let me get you out of here. I don't fuck with nobody that I don't want to fuck with. On my page, you don't need to be here watching me. If you have some negative thoughts about me, you can just get out of here, and I'll get you out of here myself. And I am the best person to share lifestyle tips with, because I've done a lot of shit that you never did. Have you built 3 businesses? No. What job do you work at? I don't work at a job. I haven't punched nobody's clock in 5 fucking years and counting. And I make my own way, and I do my own thing, and I have completely 100% time freedom. I haven't missed not one memory or milestone out of my daughter's life, except the time that her dad stole from me. He interrupted God's time. So I don't know what you're talking about, but you have a nice day. Do you think it's okay for men to feel lust, or should they fight it? I feel like that was a good question. Yeah, you should feel lust. I feel like the lust, that's almost a part of lusting over somebody, is a stage of love bombing, for lack of terminology. So I feel like, yeah, both men and women should go through that stage of love bombing. But if the love bombing is a part of manipulation for some weird end game goal, then no. If the love bombing is you really try to show somebody you're interested in them and you're all about that person and you really want to be with them, yeah, then by all means do that. Also know that whatever you do in the beginning, you have to upkeep it through the relationship. It has to up the ante. You can't be like, do it to get somebody and then start treating it like trash, or don't really put in the effort like you was in the beginning. So I hope that answers your question. Do you read a lot? Is that how you got this smart? Yes, I do. I read tons of books. So in 2013, when I left the medical field, I did go into my own depression at that time. That's when this man injected himself into my life, and went on this whole business journey. So from 2014, literally up until just last year, I've spent all these years reading books, Reading books. I've been stopped like watching TV. If I do watch TV, it's usually documentaries, docu-series, things about people's lives who went from nothing to something, inspiring shit, or like how to build a business, and just teaching myself all the things that I was showing up online sharing prior to this. But I love to read. Somebody offered a book for me to read, so I'm gonna get to Barnes and Nobles tomorrow and get that book. But reading is the best way to level up your life. Reading is the best way to teach yourself anything. You don't have to wait for anybody's permission to teach yourself. You don't have to wait for anybody's permission to say yes to yourself. You don't have to wait for anybody's permission to show up for yourself and create the life that you're meant to live. How do you know that a man is in love with you? I don't know, because the men that I've had, they were not. So I guess when I experience that, I will know based on all the opposite things that I've experienced. Hi, Tariq. I read sometimes, mostly the labels on the back of. Y'all gonna learn to not come on my page with stupid shit. That's what you're gonna learn. I love you. I don't even know you, but what's up, ball or die? Why is this your name? Stop all this and come home to you. Where you live at? Where are you from? Hi, beautiful chocolate. Hi, Ogu. All right, Brody, you're out of here. What are you dealing with? I just went into a whole thing. I said I was going to wrap it up and get off of here. Um, what if the man is free from addictions but is just too good of a man? Is that a no-no too? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I think that if you're free from addictions, then you are getting closer to God. You are becoming the person that you are meant to be, because when you are under any kind of influence of anything or addicted to anything, you are vibrating at a low frequency. So you're not even your whole self, because you are fighting different demons and things that you are suppressing and not facing. So I think that if you're free from addictions, you're halfway there, the person that you're supposed to be. And I think that you are a good person. I think that people that have addictions are good people. I think that if you get to a point where you never want to face those and like question, like, why are you doing the things that you have to do to get through the day, to feel like, or to show up for yourself or something, then it's not, I would take that, in the past, I would take that responsibility on, like, oh my gosh, let me help you. Like, I could help you. I could change your life. I could show you this. I could teach you this. I could be patient with you. I could help you work through your trials and your tribulations. It's not my job. That's what this relationship taught me. Like, that's not my fucking job. And that man used to tell me all the time, like, you can't help me and you can't change me and blah, blah, blah. So if you're a good person, you're a good person. If you don't have addictions, that's a bonus. If you are trying to build something and create something and live a life of luxury and prosperity and abundance, then hey, you're in alignment with me. You gotta go back and watch the live. I don't have time to repeat all this stuff, ball or die. Hi, gorgeous, thank you. Yo, what's up, Rush? Hi, Jimmy. Damn, she's reading comments from 2015, backward speed. I don't understand people that don't like you or don't want to engage with you. Why are you showing up? Why are you showing up? Get the fuck up out of here, bro. Because I talk how I want to talk. I'm a free spirit. I'm a free being. And if you don't like it, you don't have to be here. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say. All right, I am about to wrap it up. Because these are my lips. Why is you worried about what I got on my lips? Thank you for the comment, Ogu. Salute, Sambini. True, you are so right. Thank you, Jimmy. What if the man actually works but is a workaholic? Is that a turn off? Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be the opposite. I think that working is a good thing. I think that being a workaholic is not necessarily so good, because you are neglecting, if you have a family or a relationship or anything you're supposed to be committed to, that should come first. Like, you should show up for yourself. Yes, you have to work, you have to provide, you have to do whatever. But if it's taking up all your time and you are cherishing the work over your family or your kids or like time, then it could be problematic. But I'm not against somebody being working and having goals, and like, you should create, there's a book called The 4-Hour Work Week. You should learn how to create your own routine and your own structure so that you have time freedom. Like, the point of money is supposed to be used as a tool. Go get your veggie straws, we're leaving. You want something else to drink? Thirsty? All right. Money is a tool, so you should use money. Money is supposed to be used to buy back time. You're supposed to use it to delegate and to be able to buy back your time, because time is more valuable than money. You can always get more money. You can never get more time, or you can never get back your time. So when you're trying to work for money, and expending your time, you're actually depleting yourself, and you're depriving yourself and the people that you say that you love and that you're doing it for, if that makes sense. So definitely could be a turn off, and definitely should be working smarter, not harder. And if you don't learn how to work smart, you'll always be working hard. So yeah, I fucks with everybody who fucks with me. I love y'all, the people that love me. Everybody else can kick rocks. I'm at a park and it does feel peaceful. I come to the park every day for my daughter and let her just like run around and climb and jump and lay and do whatever else she's doing. Now she's drinking all my water. How is mama gonna be able to walk if I drink all my water? I'm not having a meal. I didn't even eat nothing yet. That's why I'm like, damn. Sometimes that's why I fucks with y'all, because I don't be wanting to get on here and be on here long. But I like when y'all engage with me and give me positive feedback and ask questions. I love that. So I'm always on here longer than I plan to be. And then I also have to spend time reporting people, so you never come back to my page, because your unwanted and explicit and stupid comments are not welcome here, and your negative energy. What kind of books and how do you decide which book to read and which to ignore? Good question. All right, I don't know if this is the real Kai, but what's up? It's all on whatever you're trying to attract into your life. So like, if you're trying to personally develop as a person and work on your character, your personality, and becoming the person you're meant to be, then you should read personal development books. If you're trying to make more money for yourself, then you need to read books that teach you how to make more money for yourself. If you're trying to start a business, then you need to read a book that teaches you how to start a business. And then there's tiers to that. Like, if you want to do online business, you need to read books. Or you can also, if you don't like to read, you can listen to audiobooks. And then you can also, there's so much visual content out here that is teaching you the same stuff. So like, whatever you want to learn and whatever you're trying to obtain and whatever your goals are, then you should focus on books like that. Like for me right now, I could just use that as an example. I don't think like I'm channeling that, but like, I went through something really traumatic. I have a lifetime of trauma though, if I'm being honest. So if I wanted to indulge in that, then I would read books about trauma and how overcoming trauma. And like, if I was chasing love and like wanted true love, then I would read books about love. But I don't care about that shit. Like, fuck love. At the end of the day, like, I want to be a successful orator. I want to be on stages all over the world, sharing my story, inspiring people. So I thought it was funny that this man who locked me up said he locked me up because my voice was scaring him, because I was sounding like a motivational speaker, even though he knows that's what I want to do. So I'm looking and attracting that into my life. I watch a lot of content. I haven't bought any books, if I'm being honest, about speaking. I watch a lot of content on people that are professional speakers that share how to articulate and to share your story better and more engaging and more enticing. So, but if I wanted to get some books that I came across, I would do that. But when people give me book recommendations, if it sounds intriguing, like the book that someone shared earlier, that was intriguing to me, so I'm gonna get that book. Plus, you should just get books to build your library. Like, people don't have their own personal library, and you should always have books that you can recommend to people, or when people come over, people want to look at your library. That was like my favorite thing in the house that I was in, is the library that I built. Like, as soon as you walked in the door, you seen all my books, and people would always come and be like, can I borrow this book? So yes, I know how to cook oxtail, but I don't eat oxtail anymore. You are right, reading, but not everyone has the same level of skills when it comes to comprehension and IQ. Correct. But you can always work on whatever you lack in. Were you on that Chinese live? No, don't know what you're talking about. Can you say yes or no? A good man earns well, is fit, well spoken, and everything, but is an atheist. Good man earns well, is fit, and well spoken. I want to say yes. I do have a back comment though, because you didn't say anything about God. So why are you just summing it up about them being an atheist? Because where is God in that? A good man has a relationship with God as well. Are you spiritual and do you meditate? Yes. I've not been able to meditate or get into my yoga or my Pilates or anything. My love, come on, get your veggie straws. We're leaving in a minute. But yes, I do. Hey, cutie, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to leave the park and get back to the house. Okay, BG. Hi, Gorav. Damn, I hope I'm saying your name. No, I'm not Nigerian. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Serenity. I like your name. Hi, Muhammad. Am I a Haitian beauty? I guess. If y'all want me to be, I'll be that. Hi, Lauren. Ogu, I appreciate you. What if the man is good but is suffering from some form of mental health issues? Is that a turnoff? No, it's not. It's a turnoff if he doesn't want to work on them and he doesn't want to get better and he doesn't want to admit that he has an issue that he needs to work on. I'll accept, well, previous India would accept a person in all their flaws. I think that I still do, but I don't accept that if you don't admit to them and if you don't want to work on them and you have no plans of wanting to change them. My love, can you get your veggie straws in my water bottle? Let's go. Love and support as peace rises and resourcefulness grows. Thank you. I love that. Forget love. God is love. I agree. What should you read if you want to be a successful warlord? I don't know. Have you tried any Thomas Sowell books? No. What does Thomas Sowell write about? That's intriguing. I share my verbal medicine skills to help others release their pains, fears, and phobias on YouTube. Oh, for real? No, I need to follow you. Keith Van. Let me take a screenshot of this. I'll follow you, Keith. That's intriguing to me. Hi, Mike's Progression. Hello, you're a subscriber. Thank you, Noor. Life won't get easier. We have to get better. Preach! You is preaching to the gospel today. My love, let's go. Get your plushie, get your veggie straws, and get my water bottle so we could go. And Camo? I don't know. I'm probably murdering your name. Hi and bye. I'm old enough, from the 80s. You love and like me. I'm your life. Hi, Anmar. That part looks really peaceful. I just like the vibe of the place. Oh, this is the park. And this is like a little small, tiny park that me and my daughter walk to. Not too far. Sweet Pea, come on. I'm a goober girl. I don't know what that means. Hi, Colin. Big love. Thank you. I already said I'm from the 80s. I'm old enough. I'm seasoned. Hi, my name is Jenna Talea. Talia. I hope I said that right. Hi. Okay, Keith Van. Okay, let me take another screenshot. I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna come to your page, Keith. So thanks for sharing that. Thank you for subscribing, sharing about the love. I will. When I get to the house and I get settled, I will. Hi Hassan, my homie chilling, working a full-time day is amazing. I love that for you. Ebony MILF, that's hilarious. I'm your future black queen and you don't even know it. Let me know when you're ready to fly out here to the Bay Area, California. Southside official, I'm always ready for a trip. I'm a Sagittarius. I love to travel. So then you're not, don't threaten me with a good time. My love, come on. All right, I got to do it myself because my daughter is just ignoring me. She don't care. You know, it's crazy that I'm from India and your name is India. Yes, it is crazy. But you're from India and I want to come there. Dag. I'm too old to be climbing this shit, man. I never been to India. And when I meet people from India and they be like, what's your name? And I tell them, they make me show them my ID. They don't think, they're like, oh my gosh, your name's India? You're from my country. I think it's so funny. It's so cute. And then they always be like, you need to come to India and visit India. And I'd be like, I know it's on my to-do list. So that's funny that you're from India. Healing words and great music. I love that. I'm gonna love your channel. I'm gonna check you out. She's mine. Oh, not y'all fighting over me in the comments. I heal human. I don't date them. That's funny. Are you an unusual suspect? The fatigue is growing real fast. Yeah. Hi, Nassan. What? What does that mean? Is this a compliment or I don't know. Thank you for the heart emoji, Antonio. Yeah, I want to come to Haiti. I've never been to Haiti. Hi. Yes, you can get a shout out. Happiest birthday, Woj boy. Y'all killing me with the names. But happiest birthday to you. I hope that you had an amazing day. It was a lot of people's birthdays today that hopped on. Fatigue is real. Facts. I'm sleepy now. It's 1 a.m. where I am. Where are you from? Hello, Cosmo. All right, I'm really about to wrap it up. I love y'all. Y'all fucks with me heavy, and I fucks with y'all back, yo. And I'll be on tomorrow for another story time. Yours is July 8th, Keith. Oh, you share the same birthday as my youngest nephew. His birthday is July 8th. So you're a Cancer. Very interesting. That makes a lot of sense about what your channel is about and what you do. My love, please come on. It's 7 p.m. Where you at? You think I'm naturally beautiful? Thank you. I appreciate that. 100,000%. It is 7:30 where I'm at, so you must not be too far away from us. You turned 44. Young neuro wizard. Is that like a Harry Potter thing? I'm not into that wizardy stuff. Damn. Yo, I fucks with you, but happiest birthday, belated birthday to you, Keith. And I love that you have the same birthday as my nephew. South Africa, I never been there, but it's on my to-do list to get there. Damn, by the time we get here, it's gonna be late. Come on, boo. I got everything. But I'm gonna wrap it up and get off. I want to leave y'all with my 3 messages like I always do, which is 1, don't let anybody label you. Those who get in, boo. Those who try to label you want you to live in lack and not your purpose. And they see something in you that they don't want you to see for yourself. They want you to wake up and live up to this label so that you suppress yourself and you don't live up to the person that God wants you to be. 2, you never let anybody put you in a box. Because those who want you to put you in a box is simply because they cannot get out of theirs. And 3, as always, don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. My love, please, let's go. Don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. Because you were born for abundance. Abundance is your birthright. Abundance and prosperity is your birthright. You are not born to just work a job and pay bills and die. You were born to live and not just exist. Get your plushie and come on, my love. And you were born to be who God wants you to be. And you will only find that out if you tap into yourself more and out of the world less. And learning who you are and your purpose and who you're supposed to be and become will allow you to live the life of your dreams. It will allow you to live in luxury. It will allow you to live in abundance. Oh my goodness. And if you don't tap into yourself more and out of the world less, you will live up to who your parents want you to be. You know, when we're born, our parents try to rewrite what God already written in our DNA. And sometimes we live up to that. Like, I was in the nursing medical field for 17 years, trying to live up to my mom's dream and trying to impress my grandma. And I was miserable, absolutely miserable. But if you don't tap into yourself more and figure out your purpose, you won't live the life that you're supposed to live. You won't turn your life into a lifestyle. You'll live up to who your parents want you to be. You'll live up to who society tries to mold you to be, and you'll live up to what the school systems and the job systems try to create you to be, which is a fucking robot. Living on a structure and a schedule that you weren't meant to be on, and missing out on time and memories. You have to always sacrifice making money over memories when you're in the job and the school rat race. So anyways, I went on and on and on. Thank you for the compliments. And I love you guys. And Keith, I love that you're a healer. I will connect with you. Let's go, my love. I gotta go. My daughter is just like doing the most. But until tomorrow, peace. Have a great rest of your day or night, morning, wherever you're checking in from. I love you all. Peace.